Sometimes I feel like my mind is my biggest enemy, and I don't mean that in a dramatic way or anything. It's just that I sometimes don't think I can shut my thoughts off. I thought about making this video for a while now because isn't really something I normally sit down and talk about. Also, what I put out is music and creative stuff and poetry. But there's a person behind that, which is me, and sometimes that person is struggling with his own thoughts more than people probably realize. If you don't know me, my name is Lonely, and I create music and I create art. And this channel is slowly also becoming a personal channel where I sit and talk about personal stuff, like my personal experiences on life and what I've been through and stuff, and share it to the world and stuff like that. For me, overthinking isn't just thinking a lot. It's almost like my brain doesn't know when to stop. I have one thought, then the thoughts creates another, then the thoughts creates another one, and suddenly something that wasn't even serious has become a huge thing in my head. And that's how usually it happens to me. And sometimes I end up cycling to the point that I start worrying about it so much from the outside looking in. And sometimes that's the hardest part for me because sometimes I know logically I've been hard on myself, and I know that everybody has their own timeline. I know social media doesn't show the entire realities of somebody's life, but sometimes it logically doesn't always stop you from feeling something emotionally, and so that's something I've been learning a lot lately. Besides all of that, I remember this one specific moment that I really want to talk about this year. It was about a girl that I was hanging out with and getting to talk to her, in the talking phase. So we never got anywhere and stuff because it didn't end out well, unfortunately. And it didn't end out well because I had her number and stuff, and we usually like to text and talk to each other through their socials and stuff. And I even had her phone number at one point, but seen her blocking me and all that stuff. The reason why she blocked me because my thoughts got the best of me and stuff, and I just kept worrying and overthinking about things. And I guess she kind of noticed that as time went on, I'll send messages and undelete them and retype them and stuff and all that other stuff, So and that kind of got tiring for her. And when I look back at it, I don't blame her, because kind of learned from that. I'm still learning from that too, because But yeah, that's probably one example, of how this really sucks for me. My thoughts get the best of me and stuff, because like I said, it was so well at first, and somehow just ended up crashing down slowly as time went on, as we got kind of know each other and talk. And I guess she just didn't find interest and stuff, And I remember when the day she blocked me on all platforms and socials, and she literally just blocked me out of nowhere, and I started just overthinking worse, and it spiraled so bad to the point I got depressed, started thinking about other stuff, and I just don't know. And looking back at that situation, I realized that actual situation was never as big as what I thought inside my head, because it was also me, my fault, because I kept overthinking on things, and I just wish that it wouldn't worked out. It happens, and it sucks. This is how it goes for me, at least, because how it really feels to, have these thoughts, and it really sucks, it really does in the bottom of my heart, because it could have went well if I never, done such certain things and parts, and never overthought, and, overthought about situations and stuff like that. But yeah, I think some people sometimes underestimate how your thoughts can affect the way you live, because thoughts just don't stay thoughts. They affect what you do, and they can affect where you want to reach out to somebody for help, or they can reflect, where you want to post something or create something. And sometimes, some people who create music and content definitely experience that. Like me, for instance. I'll make a video or a viral video or really any video, really, in fact, and sometimes I'll just be in my head about it and saying stuff if it's even good enough, or is anybody gonna care? And what if people think it's cringe, or etc. And what if nobody's watching it? And what if I'm wasting my time? And sometimes those thoughts can make you stop even before you even start. And so yeah, it just really sucks, because I've been realizing something. Even if I ever try to listen to my negative thoughts, even though I kind of listen to it sometimes here and there, I probably would never be able creating music or doing anything that I really truly love, And that's kind of scary when I really think about it, because other people's opinions will always be another reason why I probably never will be able to do it. And that's probably another reason why I'm making this video also, because I'm also kind of tired of feeling like I have a present to feel a better version of myself, I really not, I just overthink a lot, I doubt myself, I get in my own head, and sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, and sometimes I just feel behind, sometimes I just really have days that I just want to give up, it really sucks, and that's probably the reason why I'm also making this video, so I'm still learning. It really sucks. It's like a journey. It's really hard for me to like really keep moving forward and stuff. And this is literally going to be my first long form video. I'm learning that not every thought deserves my attention just because I think something is just, I don't have to believe it at all. I'm really still learning that, it's like hard. It's like, honestly, I'm kind of a very emotional person. I really take things to offensive or, to offense sometimes, It's something I just gotta learn to not really care or like what other people say or have fear about what other people may think or perceive me as, because at the end of the day, I know that life is pretty short, and, now also learning music and art and music and like writing stuff helps me a lot. Instead of like, staying inside my head, I can just turn it on to something, like my music and stuff, or my art, or my poetry, or like what I'm doing right now currently. But the reason why I made this video and why it took me a long time to make this video is because I'm kind of really scared, and I spent a long time on what I wanted to say on this video, and like I said, because I have like these thoughts and negative thoughts, and at this point it was like I just don't even care anymore. I even tried like write scripts about it and all that earlier beforehand, but this is really just me being raw and authentic, just saying what I want to say on the microphone and stuff into the camera. If you made this far, thank you, seriously, because this wasn't really easy to do for me, at least, considering the fact it's also my first time, and I think I needed to say it, and maybe somebody else that goes through this may want to hear it, and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you notice that you're not alone, because I'm going through the same thing, even though I'm pretty young, like I mentioned, like not old or anything. I know I have a lot of time. It's just like on my hands and stuff. It's just, I just feel like I just don't have it figured out, and it really sucks. Yeah, I just wish I did. But yeah,